LQBuzz News, your daily dose of Chinese entertainment and celebrity buzz. The new preview strikes like a drumbeat, short, sharp, and impossible to ignore. On the Jiyang front, Xiao Jue cuts through smoke and steel, only to glimpse Chai Anxi for a heartbeat before the fog of war swallows her whole. It's the kind of moment this drama loves, a near touch that reorders the map without spending a single line of dialogue. Across the river theater, Hien meets a Li general in clean, decisive combat at the Xihe River. Victory is hers, until the current claims her. One win, one fall, and a dozen questions ripple outward. What makes these teasers land is not just action choreography, it's the show's continued faith in consequences. Jiyang is staged as a living organism, banners breathing, horses stuttering at invisible shocks, the ground itself skidding under momentum. Xiao Jue's encounter with Chai Anxi doesn't promise an immediate reunion, it promises complications. Who pulls whom out of the fog matters less than what each person believes they saw. In this story, perception is its own kind of weapon. Hien's river sequence is another study in contrasts. The fight is crisp, almost austere, footwork, timing, intent. Then water turns everything ambiguous. As a symbol, the river has tracked Hien since her first steps into public space, fluid, uncontainable, quietly forceful. To triumph on its banks and then be dragged beneath it reframes the episode's emotional center. Is the fall punishment, rebirth, or a narrative was designed to test the men around her? The preview is careful not to say. It lets the splash echo. Enter Chu Zhao with a proposition wrapped in respectability. He wants to pave a brilliant road for Hien, to lay stones history could admire. The response he receives is a line that defines this preview. Hien refuses to be somebody's project. In a world that teaches women to live by household rules and ornamental virtues, she asks for partnership instead of patronage, someone who will cut a path with her, not for her. It's not just a feminist retort, it's the show's thesis. Love, if it is to survive war and memory, must be a shared labor. Cheng Lei and Zhou Ye continue to make this argument in micro-expressions. Cheng Lei's Xiao Jue reads the battlefield like a tactician but the people in it like a man learning to trust his instincts. When he goes still, the frame tightens, you can almost hear the math recalculating in his head. Zhou Ye plays Hien with a rare blend of softness and steel. She can disarm with a smile and then refuse the entire premise of a conversation the next breath. The camera loves that pivot, a slight tilt of the chin, the eyes steady, the stance splinted. She does not chase power. She inhabits it. Production choices underline the text without shouting. The Jiyang palette runs cool and metallic, the river sequence leans into natural light and the white noise of rushing water. Sound design keeps faith with silence. We hear breath, fabric, the river's throat. Even the score seems to respect Hien's ethos. No grand fanfare, just a pulse that says, keep moving. Costuming remains a running commentary. Armor that fits like an argument. Robes that carry intention rather than ornament alone. Narratively, these teasers set up 3 tracks. First, the war track. Jiyang's chaos is not random. It's a crucible that will separate strategy from bravado. Second, the identity track. Chai Anxi's flicker and fade suggests personal histories that refuse to stay buried. Third, the partnership track. Chu Zhao's offer and Hien's answer draw a bright line between guardianship and companionship. Where Xiao Jue positions himself along that line will likely determine not only romance but governance, how he commands, how he yields, and how he learns to walk beside rather than ahead. What should viewers watch for when these episodes land? Small choices. Who waits at the riverbank and who dives in? Who believes the first rumor and who verifies? Who speaks for Hien in rooms she cannot enter, and whether she allows anyone to speak for her at all. This show's pleasures are in the margins, the half-step before a bow, the beat after a challenge, the way a hand rests on a sword hilt like a promise rather than a threat. If the preview has a single message, it's that glory earned alone is brittle. Roads carved together endure. Legend of the female general keeps insisting on that idea, in tactics, in politics, in love. Episode 20-21 looks ready to test it in water, fire, and fog. And if the river's pull is any omen, the story's next turn won't be about rescue. It will be about recognition, of equals, of purpose, of the kind of bond that cuts through chaos and calls itself a future. Thanks for watching LQBiz News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for your daily fix of Chinese entertainment. See you in the next video.